The issue of DLC in console games has been a topic of debate among developers and players alike. Hiroshi Matsuyama, president of CyberConnect 2, expressed strong opinions on the matter, emphasizing that games should be released as complete products because DLC was initially intended to enhance a fully developed game by adding another 20% of content. It was seen as a positive addition, but in recent years, developers have increasingly released games that feel incomplete, requiring players to purchase additional content to experience what should have been in the base game. Matsuyama believes this shift has negatively impacted the industry, eroding trust between players and publishers. Despite his dislike for DLC, Matsuyama acknowledged that CyberConnect 2 also releases DLC for its titles. Because many people assume developers willingly embrace DLC, he clarified that no developer wants to create it. But the reality of the gaming industry forces studios to adopt DLC practices for survival. So he outlined three main reasons why DLC remains a fundamental part of modern console gaming: combating used game sales, increasing profitability, and managing development deadlines. 1. Combating used game sales. Physical game sales pose a challenge for publishers. Because most single-player games are completed within a short time frame, players often sell their copies as used games once they finish the main story. But when used copies flood the market, publishers suffer as they no longer generate revenue from new sales. So DLC was introduced as a way to retain player engagement, discouraging them from selling their games too quickly. The mere announcement of future DLC can keep players holding onto their copies, ensuring longer sales windows for publishers. 2. Profitability. From a business standpoint, DLC is significantly more lucrative than physical game sales. Because distributing physical copies involves manufacturing costs, inventory management, and retail partnerships, publishers face financial risks. But DLC eliminates these concerns, offering higher profit margins with minimal additional expenses. So companies have aggressively expanded their DLC strategies, introducing season passes and planned expansions at launch. This approach not only extends a game's lifespan, but also maximizes revenue with fewer risks. 3. Development deadlines. Perhaps the most frustrating issue for developers is the challenge of meeting strict deadlines. Because large-scale games require years of development, delays are sometimes unavoidable. But delaying a game increases production costs, as developers must be paid for additional months or years of work, putting immense strain on the project's budget. So, to stay financially stable, studios often make the difficult decision to cut content from the base game and release it later as DLC.